So Cooley's motto is where the innovation meets the law. Cooley's really well known for working with emerging companies, startups, and the venture funds that really form the backbone of the economy here in the Bay Area. But we also make it a point to be a part of the fabric of the communities where we have our offices and do our work. So I'm a partner in the business litigation group at Cooley, and we really try to find opportunities for attorneys here that meet their own interests and what they like to do in addition to their everyday practice. So I've been working with Swords to Plowshares for about 5 or 6 years now. I was looking for a good pro bono opportunity, and working with veterans has been really important to me. Both of my grandparents were veterans of World War II, and I knew it was important to them to serve their country. And it would just really impacted me seeing the lack of services that veterans, when they come back from war, when they come back from training, have in their communities. And they're really an underserved population. And I wanted to use what I've learned as a lawyer to sort of help advocate for veterans when I've had the chance. Yeah, Cooley's been involved with Swords for about 5 or 6 years, too, through the VA, whether it's through benefits or helping them change their character of discharge, because without representation, they don't have the ability to easily get benefits that they're entitled to. And when we're talking about most of the veterans we work with, this is actually life-changing money and benefits that have an impact on their everyday lives. I think for almost every attorney at Cooley who's worked with a veteran, it's had an impact on how they approach not just their pro bono practice, but their actual practice of law. It sort of helps you keep in mind how important the work we do is, and it also sort of compels you to find other opportunities in addition to just working with veterans, because there are other underrepresented populations out there. We at Cooley do a lot of work with Project Homeless Connect, and there's some synergy with the veterans work there, but it does help, working with veterans does help build on our pro bono experience and practice. So some of the most rewarding work we do with the veterans is when we get an award from the VA and get them access to the benefits that they've supposed to have had for years, is getting these retroactive or back pay checks. Oftentimes the veterans will get literally tens of thousands of dollars at the end of a successful representation in one check, and they're always so happy and grateful for that, and then to sort of help them plan how to use it to better and improve their lives going forward is also very rewarding. So the first veterans case I took on through Swords was representing an Army veteran in an attempt to get a service connection for his disability that had gone back since his service in the Vietnam War. He had a series of injuries, and we really had to work to create a nexus between the medical records that existed at this point 40 or 50 years ago and sort of the pain and suffering he was going through now. After about a year-long process of working with him and the Veterans Administration, we were able to get him not only almost a full disability rating going forward, but back pay for almost decades of being sort of undercompensated by the VA. And just working with him and seeing his reaction and how that affected his life really motivated me to keep working with veterans. When the VA was initially created, it was meant as an organization to actually help veterans get access to these benefits, but it's really become an adversarial process, and that's where we come in to sort of help veterans through the VA process. But I think the other side of that is working with the VA and trying to get them to implement and change policies that it makes it easier for veterans to get access to the benefits that they're already entitled to, so you don't need as much help from the lawyers at the end of the day as help, hopefully. I think more attorneys should get involved with veterans pro bono work because of the everyday impact you have on people's lives. You're working with individuals, helping them really in times of need, and whether it's to sort of get them compensated for something that happened 20 or 30 years ago, or if it's more recent veterans who have issues coming back from the Middle East, Iraq, and Afghanistan, to make sure that they have that base of support and those base of benefits from day one.